behind your head. Now!
And behind the mask is...
Parker.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 superhero alter egos.
Personality overview, Mr. Stark displays compulsive behavior. In my own defense, that was last week.
For this list, we're looking at the public identities of some of our favorite superheroes when they're not wearing their masks and capes. These personas protect our heroes and their loved ones and allow them to enforce justice unimpeded.
Hey pal, I got a delivery on 5.
I don't think you have anybody up there.
Oh man, I'm gonna catch hell if I don't collect. You gotta let me try.
Number 10, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Son of the late Martin Jordan, was killed in his own ill-fated test flight back in 1993.
He's a cocky test pilot who's given a magic ring that wields the aura of willpower. What do you think was going to happen? At first, after witnessing his father die in a plane crash...
You're not scared, are you, Dad?
Let's just say it's my job not to be.
Hal Jordan is a live-for-the-moment kind of guy who only really cares about himself.
Do you think I'm irresponsible? No need to answer, that's fine.
But as he constantly strives to push himself further, his arrogance is what helps him ultimately overcome fear and selfishness to become worthy of the responsibilities and power that come with being the first human member of the Green Lantern Corps.
Well, your ring translator is functioning properly. Your mask will appear when protection of your identity is required. There's no need for it on Oa.
Number 9, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic.
Reed, what are we doing here? This guy's fast food strip mall science.
This wasn't our first stop, in case you forgot. Besides, Victor's not that bad. He's just a little larger than life.
After he and his space team are blasted with cosmic rays, Reed Richards becomes Mr. Fantastic, capable of contorting and stretching his body into crazy shapes. But what really makes him a weapon against evil is his superior mind when wearing a lab coat.
Okay.
As a master of everything from aerospace to electrical engineering, Richards supplies his team with the know-how to defeat the bad guys.
I can't let you do that.
Reed? I'll be right with you.
One and the same with his secret identity, he remains the group's leader, despite often becoming distant when working in the lab.
I've run out of plans.
Number 8, Diana Prince, Wonder Woman.
Prince. Diana Prince.
This heroine and feminist icon comes from a magical island that's free from mankind's wicked ways and where men cannot set foot.
On Paradise Island, home of the eternally young and beautiful Amazons, Hippolyta, queen and ruler of the island, molds a young girl out of clay under the guidance of Athena, goddess of wisdom.
Princess Diana is sent by her people, the Amazons, to help fight the evils of war, and her alter ego joins the military to monitor situations that might require her involvement.
No, it's too dangerous. It could be a trap or an ambush. Either way, it's dangerous.
Although she becomes the famous red, white, and blue wearing Wonder Woman, Diana Prince herself is a curious mind in a strange new place who's struggling to understand simple rituals and who's got enough power to battle almost any form of criminal.
Wait, she's coming down.
Diana Prince is making a phone call to the police, I think.
Number 7, the Parr family, The Incredibles.
Sorry, Mrs. Hoganson, but our liability is spelled out in paragraph 17. States clearly.
Pay for this?
Bob's an office worker dreaming of his former glory. Helen's a one-time feminist who's now a loving wife and mother. Violet's a teen who badly wants to fit in, and Dash is your typical impetuous 10-year-old boy.
Don't think you've avoided talking about your trip to the principal's office, young man. Your father and I are still going to discuss it.
I'm not the only kid who's been sent to the office, you know.
Other kids don't have superpowers.
Forget eccentric billionaires and vengeful agendas. This group of supers is your regular family, with the addition of superpowers, of course.
Bye! You have to put a force field around the plane!
You said we weren't supposed to use our powers!
I know what I said! Listen to what I'm saying now!
With everything from truly incredible strength to invisibility, this entourage fights for the good guys, but also tackles the everyday problems of family life, whether it's being awkward at school or marital issues.
Reliving the glory days is better than acting like they didn't happen.
Yes, they happened. But this, our family, is what's happening now, Bob. And you are missing this.
Number 6, Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider.
You killed him.
I cured his cancer.
That was the deal.
Selling your soul to cure your father's cancer should make you a hero, but the story doesn't end there.
One day, when I need you, I will come. Until then, I'll be watching.
Because the man downstairs is a crafty schemer who killed Blaze's stepdad anyway in a motorcycle stunt gone wrong. So, after his devilish deal, stunt motorcyclist Johnny Blaze lives his life performing death-defying feats and disciplining the wicked on the whims of Mephisto.
You guilty. Look into my eyes.
Hoping to reconnect with a lost love, Blaze is constantly trying to take time out to live a joyful life, but is distracted by the debt that he must pay.
Congratulations, Johnny. You upheld your end of the bargain. It's time I take back the power of the Ghost Rider.
Number 5, Bruce Banner, The Incredible Hulk.
What? They were the stretchiest pair they had.
I'll take my chances.
Playing around with gamma radiation is not the safest profession, and thanks to scientist Bruce Banner, we know this all too well.
The gamma's too high! Bruce, I can't stop it!
Harper, get out!
When blasted with said radiation, Banner's genetic makeup is compromised, ultimately making him a ticking time bomb of destruction.
Hulk, rip off Talking Man's head!
Despite this, Banner is quite a sensitive guy who just wants to make new discoveries, help humanity, and cure himself.
Maybe your mind is in there. It's just overcharged and can't process what's happening.
I don't want to control it. I want to get rid of it.
Of course, since he has the habit of turning into a giant green rage monster, the government can never quite leave him alone.
Is that all you got?
Number 4, Tony Stark, Iron Man.
There's nothing more important to me than the expo. It's my primary point of concern. I don't know why you're...
Expo is your ego going crazy.
Wow, look at that. That's modern art.
He's the poster boy for rich egomaniacs everywhere, except he had a change of heart and did a 180 about everything he once stood for.
Effective immediately, I am shutting down the weapons manufacturer division of Stark International until such a time as I can decide what the future of this company will be, what direction it should take.
Having continued his father's legacy at Stark Enterprises, Tony Stark is an expert in making weapons for the military, later creating the ultimate weapon, the Iron Man suit.
Iron Man, that's kind of catchy. It's got a nice ring to it. I mean, it's not technically accurate. The suit's a gold titanium alloy, but it's kind of evocative, the imagery, anyway.
Stark's zany personality and ego make it hard to believe that he can actually be a force for peace, or even work with other superheroes.
Back off.
Oh, I'm starting to want you to make me.
Yeah. Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off. What are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
But this self-outed superhero shows an iron will to complement his armor.
Jarvis, put everything we got into the thrusters.
I just did it.
Number 3, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Tell him to stop, please! Stop! Hey! Stop the bus!
Stop the bus! They've been chasing us since Woodhaven Boulevard.
This friendly neighborhood nerd lives his life in the social shadows, but after a radioactive spider takes a bite out of him, he develops web-slinging abilities and becomes Spider-Man.
Go, Web! Fly!
However, to protect his loved ones, Pete must retain his dorky persona and keep a low profile. In his day-to-day, he's a photographer for the Daily Bugle, who basically specializes in taking selfies for a living.
Spider-Man, hero or menace? Exclusive Daily Bugle photos.
Menace? He was protecting that armor.
I'll tell you what, Atticus, you take the pictures, I'll make up the headlines, okay? All right? That okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Goody.
What makes Peter Parker distinct is that he was the first comic book teen who didn't play second fiddle, battling the trials of adolescence when not battling ridiculous supervillains.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I do.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Number 2, Clark Kent, Superman.
This is all I can send you. Kal-El.
After his birth parents sent him away from the exploding planet Krypton, Kal-El crash lands on Earth.
What was that?
There, he's adopted by a childless Kansas farm couple and assumes the name Clark Kent.
Yeah, I know. You can do all these amazing things, and sometimes you think that you will just go bust unless you can tell people about it, huh?
Finally deciding to use his powers to fight evil, Clark keeps track of the bad guys while working at the Metropolis's Daily Planet with partner and love interest Lois Lane.
Oh, hi, Clark.
Hi, Lois.
How'd you like your first day on the job, huh?
Throw in a mild-mannered demeanor, some thick-rimmed glasses, and some hair gel, and you'd never guess that this beefed-up Poindexter was the S-wearing hero from another planet.
Hey, Jim! Whoa!
Excuse me.
That's a bad outfit!
Before we unmask our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
What is this?
Oh. My ex. Good with patience and bad with relationships. They're the only clothes I had that would fit you.
It will suffice.
Wanna go get us a drink? Okay? You just wait here. And don't talk to anybody, okay?
I think in time, you will represent to your nation what the Black Panther represents to Wakanda. And that is a good thing.
So, Danny, you and your little friends want to hunt ghosts.
Actually, Dad, I want to be an astronaut.
Number 1, Bruce Wayne, Batman.
I'm using this monster to help other people just like my father did.
An orphan of the town's richest family, Bruce decides to clean up Gotham as the nocturnal, crime-fighting Batman.
They say it was just one guy, or creature.
Or some asshole in a costume. Yeah, this guy did deliver us one of the city's biggest crime lords.
Along the way, he realizes he must uphold a cocky, playboy image to keep the public off his tail, while transforming his childhood fear of bats into a tool to terrify his enemies. It's important for Bruce to act exactly the opposite of Batman, which means he's socially flamboyant and egotistical.
Mr. Wayne, we need to open a few more cases of the champagne. Will that be all right?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Open, what, 6? 6?
Yeah, 6 is good.
Not only does this persona give him useful alibis, it also allows him to access the family business's plentiful resources.
Look, I'd rather Mr. Earl didn't know about me borrowing.
Mr. Wayne, the way I see it, all of this stuff is yours anyway.
Do you agree with our list?
Tell me none of this smells a little funky, do you?
Which superhero alter ego won you over?
Guess I'll just have to trust you.
For more Super Top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.